Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. As the second wave of COVID-19 recedes and fresh cases drop sharply, the focus is back on India's vaccination drive. In its third phase of COVID vaccination drive, government announced that it will be liberalizing the vaccine policy. Until then, the central government was procuring vaccine doses from two manufacturers, Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech. As per the liberalized vaccine policy, the state government and private players were also empowered to procure vaccine stocks. Now, the center had announced that of the total vaccine doses being procured, it will buy 50% at a subsidized rate. The state governments and private hospitals can buy from the rest 50% of the vaccine stock. However, these rates, that is the rate for state government and private hospitals, will have to be negotiated with the vaccine manufacturers by the respective institutions. Now, several experts, however, pointed out flaws in this approach. First and foremost is differential pricing. The central government, as we all know, is getting the vaccine doses at a subsidized rate, whereas the state governments are getting it at higher prices. Private hospitals are getting the vaccine doses at an even higher price. The second issue is with the distribution. Who will vaccine manufacturers prefer? Will they first prefer to deliver vaccine doses to states or private players who are paying higher prices? However, recent data shows another concern surrounding the vaccine coverage. The data deals with the number of vaccines procured by the private hospitals in the first month of liberalized vaccine policy rollout and where it is concentrated. We will talk about this in this video today, and we will also have a look at the vaccination drive in the rural areas of India. But before that, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please make sure you like this video, you comment below it and you subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, please do like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Now, according to a report published in the Indian Express, in the first month of the liberalized vaccine drive, vaccine inequity has emerged as one of the highlight points. The report says that just 9 big corporate hospitals have cornered 50% of the vaccine stocks purchased by the private hospitals in the month of May. What is more alarming is that these corporate hospitals mostly operate only in big metro cities. In the month of May, the private hospitals across the country procured a total of 1.20 crore vaccine doses. Of these, the 9 corporate hospital groups cumulatively bought 60.57 lakh doses. The remaining 50% was purchased by 300 other private hospitals, many of whom operate in urban areas and very few have a presence beyond Tier 2 cities. Let us talk about these top 9 private entities. Now, first up is Apollo Hospital. 9 hospitals of this group has procured 16.1 lakh doses. Max Healthcare, 6 hospitals of this group has procured 12.97 lakh doses. Reliance Foundation run HN Hospital Trust, it has procured 9.89 lakh doses. Medica Hospital has procured 6.26 lakh doses. Fortis Healthcare's 8 hospitals have bought 4.48 lakh doses. Godrej has procured 3.35 lakh doses. Manipal Health has procured 3.24 lakh doses. Narayana Hrudayalaya has procured 2.02 lakh doses. And Techno India Dama has procured 2 lakh doses. While the central government is getting the vaccines at 150 rupees per dose, the states are getting Covishield at 300 rupees per dose and Covaxin at 400 rupees per dose. Private hospitals, on the other hand, are getting Covishield at 600 rupees per dose, and for Covaxin, it is 1200 rupees per dose. On the part of beneficiaries, they are paying anywhere between 850 to 1000 for Covishield and rupees 1250 for Covaxin. Now, the fact is that the upper middle class and rich class can afford this easily, but a middle class family having 5 eligible members may have to spend at least 10,000 rupees just to get vaccinated. A BPL family may find it extremely difficult to get vaccinated. And what about the homeless and destitutes? We will also come to this point later on. However, what about the rural areas? That also we have to discuss. According to the Indian Express report, some of the stock purchased was distributed to Apollo clinics, Apollo Spectra and group hospitals in Tier 2 cities like Nasik and Indore. But The hospital spokesperson also admitted that the group had no presence in rural areas. Max Healthcare purchased stock in 6 cities. Fortis purchased stock in 8 cities, and the procurement was distributed to its hospitals all over India, but mostly in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. HN Hospital of Reliance Foundation has only 2 hospitals in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai, while Medica has 1 hospital in Kolkata. The data further reveals a strong urban bias as hospitals in the National Capital Region, MMR, that is Mumbai Metropolitan Region, Kolkata, Bangalore and Hyderabad together accounted for 80% of the total stock in the month of May. Small hospitals in Tier 3 cities are getting stocks in thousands, and same is the case with small hospitals in urban areas as well. Now let's talk about the rural vaccination drive. On 15th of May, while addressing the country after releasing the 8th installment of PM Kisan scheme, Prime Minister Modi sounded caution bell on the coronavirus cases reaching the hinterland. Many of the villages in India's rural parts still lack basic facilities like healthcare center, leave alone facilities for testing, quarantine and treatment. PM Modi said that the infection is now reaching the village at a rapid pace. Thus, it is of utmost importance that vaccines reach our villages faster and wider. But even a look at the data available will tell us the picture on the ground is quite contrary. A report published in the New Indian Express on 24th of May is a case in point to highlight this issue. As of 24th of May, here is what the urban versus rural vaccination trend looks like in these states. Let us first talk about Bihar. About 60% of urban Bihar was vaccinated by May 24th, 2021, but just 5% of the rural population got the shots. In Madhya Pradesh, vaccination in urban districts like Indore, Bhopal, Gwalior was about 20%, but in rural districts like Agarmalwa, Umaria, Harda and Alirashpur, it was between 8% to 11%. If we talk about Maharashtra, then in urban areas like Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur, the vaccination percentage is above 40%, but in rural districts like Gadchiroli, Palghar and Hingoli, it is below 20%. In case of Punjab, the rural areas like Bhatinda, Firozpur, Fatehgarh Sahib, Muktar Sahib, Mansa, Moga and Sangrur, the vaccination percentage is below 10%. In Bengal, 30% of all the doses administered in Kolkata and adjoining districts, whereas in 14 rural districts, maximum vaccination has been done in South Dinajpur, where the number is 15.35%, which is well below 20% as of 24th of May 2021. Let's talk about Rajasthan. Here, Savai Madhopur, Dausa, Pratapgarh, Jalore, Tonk and Dungarpur, all of these districts that fall in the rural areas have recorded less than 20% of the vaccination coverage as per the population. Now let's also talk about another aspect of this, that is rumors marring the vaccination drive. The rural vaccination drive is also marred with many rumors and myths surrounding the jab. Many villagers resisting the drive. Side effects due to vaccination and reports of deaths even after taking the jab have fanned the rumors that the COVID-19 vaccine is fatal. Now, some cases of contracting COVID-19 and deaths post-vaccine shot have fueled the fear more. Recently, in a bizarre case of vaccine hesitancy, villagers in Uttar Pradesh's Barabanki jumped into the Sarayu River to escape vaccination when a team of health officials reached the village to inoculate them. In some areas, people are frightened with rumors that vaccine will lead to impotence. This and many such rumors and wrongful notions still rule the roost in rural India. If we have to successfully vaccinate the rural population, that means we have to effectively fight these notions as well. The Indian government has set an ambitious target to inoculate entire population by December 2021. The rural areas will play a major role in that. But to achieve 100% vaccination of rural India, the government must first fight the vaccine hesitancy, and then it must pay attention to the urban versus rural divide in vaccine doses distribution. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Namaskar. We asked you to support us, and we are overwhelmed and grateful for the kind of support you gave us. A lot of you all told us that you find it difficult to support us through Facebook or through YouTube, and you would like to directly come and take subscription from on our channel. A lot of you all said that you wouldn't prefer to pay through credit cards but rather have other methodologies. A lot of you all said that you want a one-time payment option, one-time subscription option. So we arranged for all of that. All of that has been arranged for. We have now multiple payment options. We have UPI, we have Paytm, we have credit cards, we have net banking, we have wallet. We have a lot of payment option now. We have a one-time subscription option. And all of this is now available on our website. The link is down below. And our website, of course, as you know, is www.hwnews.in. Mind you, with subscription, we also have a lot we offer you. So you have exclusive programs, you have exclusive meet and greets, you have exclusive goodie bags, a lot of it that we give for each subscription. All of those details are there in our website. So please go to our website and if possible, subscribe to us. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.